Imagine a world where love isn't a relentless pursuit, but a natural, harmonious presence in your life. No chasing, no manipulation, just the serene flow of connection at the right time, with the right people. Sounds idyllic, doesn't it? Yet, how many of us find ourselves tirelessly searching for love, only to feel emptier with each step? What if I told you that chasing love could be the very thing driving it away? The Stoics, those ancient philosophers of reason and tranquility, offer us a radical perspective. Love, like many things, cannot be forced. They believe that peace and fulfillment in relationships come not from desperate pursuit, but from acceptance, self-improvement, and letting go. Could this counterintuitive idea hold the key to not only finding love but experiencing it in its truest, most fulfilling form? Stay with us as we explore how Stoicism provides profound insights into the nature of love, desire, and human connection. In the final segment, we'll uncover a transformative practice that may just change your entire approach to relationships. But first, let's begin with one of the most fundamental Stoic teachings: understanding what is and isn't within our control. 1. The illusion of control. Do you ever feel as though love is slipping through your fingers, no matter how tightly you try to hold on? Have you spent sleepless nights analyzing texts, planning the perfect approach, or wondering how to win someone's heart? This common experience stems from a fundamental misunderstanding: our attempt to control what is inherently uncontrollable. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus provides clarity with his timeless wisdom. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. Our thoughts, actions, and choices are within our power. The feelings and actions of others, entirely beyond it. Love, by its very nature, exists in the realm of another person's emotions. When we chase it, we're trying to command what lies outside our grasp, setting ourselves up for inevitable frustration. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, advises us to accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together. But do so with all your heart. This is not a call for passivity, but a reminder to embrace life's unfolding without trying to force outcomes. Think about it. How often have your efforts to control a relationship led to disappointment? The more we try to manipulate love, the further we stray from its natural course. But why is this so difficult? Society glorifies the pursuit of love. Movies, music, and even our peers celebrate the chase as if love is a prize to be won. The Stoics saw this differently. They recognize that chasing after things we cannot control, whether it's wealth, status, or love, leads to unnecessary suffering. Instead, they teach us to turn inward, focusing our energy on self-mastery and inner peace. When you let go of the need to control love, you create space for relationships to grow authentically. The pressure lifts, and what remains is genuine connection, a love that flows freely, unburdened by expectations. As Seneca put it, all the terms of our human lot are wisely ordered. Our task is not to wrestle with fate, but to align ourselves with it, gracefully adapting to life's rhythm. The illusion of control in love is a powerful trap, but it's one we can escape. By shifting our focus from external pursuits to internal growth, we cultivate a sense of calm and resilience. In doing so, we not only reduce our suffering, but also increase our capacity to love deeply and without reservation. Now consider this. If you could relinquish your need to control love, how would your relationships change? Would you feel freer, more at peace? Reflect on this as we move to our next lesson, a concept that builds on this foundation by teaching us the value of self-sufficiency. 2. The value of self-sufficiency. Have you ever placed your happiness in someone else's hands? Perhaps you've thought, if only they loved me back, I'd finally feel complete. This longing is as common as it is misleading. Stoicism teaches us that true contentment doesn't come from external sources like romantic relationships, but from within. The more we rely on others to fill our emotional voids, the more we tether our well-being to circumstances beyond our control. Epictetus, one of Stoicism's most revered voices, said it plainly: freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. To chase love out of a need to feel whole is to misunderstand freedom. The freedom Epictetus speaks of is not the absence of relationships, but the presence of self-sufficiency. A state where your emotional well-being is grounded in your own inner strength, not in the affection of another. But self-sufficiency is not isolation. The Stoics never suggested that we avoid love or relationships. Instead, they believed we should enter them from a place of wholeness, not neediness. Think about the relationships in your life. Were the healthiest ones built on mutual respect and shared growth? Or did they arise from dependency and an attempt to fill a void? Marcus Aurelius offered a powerful reminder. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you stop chasing love as a solution to your inner struggles, you take control of the one thing that truly matters, your mindset. This shift in perspective not only frees you from the cycle of disappointment, but also makes you a more balanced and attractive partner. Here's a question for reflection. What would happen if you focused on cultivating your own virtues instead of seeking validation from others? Imagine channeling your energy into developing patience, kindness, and resilience. These qualities not only enhance your life, but naturally draw others who value and respect your authenticity. Seneca captured this beautifully. If you wish to be loved, love. This isn't about desperate acts to earn affection, but rather about becoming someone who radiates self-respect and compassion. Love, in this sense, becomes an expression of your inner abundance rather than a plea to fill your emptiness. In practical terms, self-sufficiency means engaging in self-reflection, pursuing personal growth, and embracing solitude when needed. It's about finding joy in your own company and building a life rooted in your values and passions. As you cultivate this inner strength, you'll find that the relationships you form are more balanced, meaningful, and free from the toxic grip of dependency. So what can you do today to start building this inner foundation? Can you spend time reflecting on your strengths, or perhaps practice gratitude for the life you've created? Share your thoughts in the comments below. How have you experienced the value of self-sufficiency in your own relationships? And if this message resonates, don't forget to like this video. Your engagement helps us bring more Stoic wisdom to those seeking peace and clarity in their lives. Now, let's explore the dangers of attachment and why letting go might be the key to true emotional freedom. 3. The dangers of attachment. Why do we attach ourselves so tightly to certain people or outcomes in love? Is it fear of losing them? Or perhaps it's the belief that our happiness is bound to their presence. The Stoics warned against such attachments, understanding them as a significant source of human suffering. When we tie our emotional well-being to something outside our control, we set ourselves up for inevitable pain and disappointment. Epictetus offers a clear directive. Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well. At its core, attachment is a form of resistance, an attempt to cling to an idealized version of reality. In love, this often manifests as the need to control the future, ensuring that our partner's actions and feelings align perfectly with our desires. But how realistic is this? And more importantly, how much suffering does it bring? Consider a relationship where one person becomes overly attached, constantly seeking reassurance and fearing abandonment. This fear-driven behavior not only places immense pressure on the partner, but also distorts the dynamic of the relationship. Instead of fostering mutual growth and respect, the relationship becomes a battleground for control and validation. The Stoics would argue that this stems from a fundamental misunderstanding of love's nature. It is not something to be owned or controlled, but experienced with openness and acceptance. Marcus Aurelius echoes this wisdom. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By recognizing that we cannot control how others feel or act, We free ourselves from the destructive grip of attachment. This doesn't mean we should become indifferent or emotionally unavailable, rather. It's about cultivating a healthy detachment, one that allows us to love deeply while remaining resilient to life's uncertainties. How, then, do we practice this detachment without losing the ability to connect? The answer lies in embracing impermanence. Seneca advised his followers to reflect daily on the transient nature of life, including relationships. "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life," he wrote, emphasizing the importance of appreciating what we have while it lasts. When we accept that nothing is permanent, we learn to value each moment without clinging to the illusion of forever. This practice of detachment doesn't diminish the joy of love, it enhances it. When you release the need to control or cling, you create space for genuine connection. You learn to appreciate your partner for who they are, rather than who you wish them to be. And in doing so, you cultivate a relationship that thrives on mutual respect and freedom. But detachment isn't easy. It requires daily reflection and conscious effort. Start small. Remind yourself that every interaction, every shared moment, is a gift, not a guarantee. Reflect on how your attachments may have clouded your judgment or led to unnecessary conflict. Could letting go of these attachments bring more peace to your life? Now, let's move on to the surprising truth about love. How letting go of the chase may be the very thing that draws love to you. 4. Finding love by letting go. Have you ever noticed how love often comes when you least expect it? Perhaps it arrived after you'd stopped searching, or in a moment when you were focused entirely on personal growth. This isn't a coincidence. Stoicism teaches us that by letting go of the obsessive pursuit of love, we make room for genuine connection to enter our lives. Epictetus reminds us, "Seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are." In other words, the more we try to force love, the more elusive it becomes. Love, like many of life's greatest gifts, flows naturally when we stop trying to control it. Why does letting go work? When we chase love, we often do so out of fear or desperation, fearing loneliness or seeking validation. This energy can repel the very connection we seek. It creates an atmosphere of neediness, which undermines the foundation of healthy relationships. But when we release this need, we radiate confidence and self-assurance. We become individuals who are complete on our own, and this inner strength is magnetically attractive. Marcus Aurelius offers profound advice. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This applies perfectly to love. Instead of focusing on finding the right partner, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Work on your virtues, kindness, patience, integrity, and you'll naturally attract people who align with these qualities. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who seemed entirely comfortable in their own skin? Someone who wasn't desperate for attention but exuded quiet confidence? These individuals draw others to them effortlessly because they embody what Stoicism calls eudaimonia, or the flourishing life. By letting go of the chase, they live authentically, and love becomes a natural extension of their being. This doesn't mean you should close yourself off to opportunities for love. Instead, approach relationships with openness and curiosity, without clinging to specific outcomes. As Seneca wrote, "Let us balance life's books each day. Live fully in the present, appreciating each connection as it comes, without fixating on what it could or should become." Here's a practical exercise. Reflect on how you've pursued love in the past. Were you driven by fear or need? What changed when you shifted your focus to personal growth? Share your insights in the comments below. Your experiences might inspire someone else on their journey. And if you're finding value in this message, don't forget to like this video. It helps us reach more people seeking Stoic guidance. Next, we'll delve into one of Stoicism's most empowering ideas, embracing Amor Fati, or the love of fate, as it relates to relationships. This practice could transform the way you view love and life. 5. Embracing Amor, Fati, love of fate. What if every relationship, whether fleeting or lifelong, was exactly what you needed? Every joy, heartbreak, and unexpected turn, perfectly aligned with your growth and purpose. This is the essence of Amor Fati, the Stoic practice of loving one's fate. Unlike mere acceptance, Amor Fati invites us to embrace everything life brings, not begrudgingly, but with gratitude and love. Epictetus distilled this wisdom in his teaching. Do not seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do. In love, this principle is transformative. How often do we resist the reality of our relationships, wishing they were different? We replay past conversations, cling to what-ifs, and yearn for outcomes that never materialized. This resistance creates suffering. But what if we could embrace each relationship as it unfolds, trusting that it plays a necessary role in our journey? Consider the relationships that have shaped your life. Some may have ended in heartbreak, others in joy. Each, however, has taught you something invaluable about yourself, your desires, and your boundaries. Stoicism encourages us to view these experiences through the lens of fate. Marcus Aurelius offers this guidance. Accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. This isn't passive resignation. Loving fate doesn't mean we stop striving for meaningful connections or personal growth. Instead, it helps us release the need for control, allowing us to engage with life fully and authentically. When we adopt this mindset, love ceases to be a source of anxiety or disappointment. It becomes a celebration of life's unpredictability. Imagine approaching relationships with this sense of freedom. Rather than clinging to a specific outcome, you allow the relationship to evolve naturally. Whether it deepens into lifelong companionship or serves as a brief but powerful lesson, you trust that it's exactly as it should be. This trust, grounded in Stoicism, brings a profound peace. Let's pause for a moment. How different would your life be if you embraced every relationship as a gift rather than a test or a prize? Think of a past relationship that didn't work out. Could you view it not as a failure but as a necessary chapter in your growth? Amor Fati challenges us to do just that, to find meaning and even gratitude in life's most challenging moments. Seneca reminds us, the whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. When we let go of our obsession with what might have been or what could be, we open ourselves to the present. This is where love truly lives, in the here and now. By practicing Amor Fati, we free ourselves from the weight of expectation and regret, creating space for love to flow naturally and deeply. If this perspective resonates with you, reflect on how you might practice Amor Fati in your relationships. Have you struggled to let go of past attachments or accept the way a relationship ended? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story could inspire someone else on their journey. As we move toward our conclusion, let's tie together everything we've learned, embracing Stoic wisdom to live more fully and love more freely. Love is one of life's greatest paradoxes. The more we chase it, the more it seems to elude us. Yet, when we focus on becoming the best version of ourselves, love finds us effortlessly and authentically. The Stoics understood this truth deeply, offering us timeless wisdom to navigate the complexities of human connection. Through understanding the illusion of control, we learn to let go of the futile attempt to command others' emotions. By cultivating self-sufficiency, we discover that true fulfillment comes from within, making us whole before we even enter a relationship. We've explored the dangers of attachment and seen how practicing detachment allows us to love deeply without losing ourselves. Letting go of the chase reveals that love flourishes most when we stop forcing it. Finally, embracing Amor Fati empowers us to view every relationship, every twist of fate, as a gift meant to shape and enrich our lives. These principles are not just philosophical musings, they are tools for living and loving well. Stoicism teaches us that the quality of our relationships mirrors the quality of our inner life. When we align our actions with virtue, we attract connections that are meaningful, balanced, and enduring. As you reflect on today's journey, ask yourself, how can you apply Stoic wisdom to your own relationships? What steps will you take to release control, embrace self-sufficiency, or practice Amor Fati? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your insights and experiences. If this message resonated with you, remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more Stoic insights, and share this video with anyone who might benefit from a fresh perspective on love. Together, let's build a community grounded in wisdom and growth. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, live wisely, love fully, and embrace life as it unfolds.